5 here at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,650 metres, and Mark, I'm really looking forward to this. There's some genuine Saturday runners, the likes of Senso, Come On Board's been there. I know O'Reilly's Crumpet knocks on the door, and Prentice just showed that it might be back to some very good form.
Hard to go past those form lines, Adam. We'll speak more about it after the replay of Prentice running behind Mickey Two Toes.
At the 370, Military Ruler led the way from Woodsville. Now letting down Mickey Two Toes, Astronomite behind them from Magic Rocket Politics. Ros Martini, Red Publisher at the 150. Mickey Two Toes grabbed the lead from Woodsville. Military Ruler Politics running on, but Mickey Two Toes kicks clear, and Mickey Two Toes home. Mickey Two Toes after a perfect run through.
Well, a very good performance there by Prentice, and those form lines backed up again with Mickey Two Toes finishing third on the weekend in the big Group 3 Hyperion Stakes. So, as we said, they've been backed up. I love that this horse now has had a couple of runs. It's just been held up last start. Gets a lovely run from Barrier 7. 56.5 kilos. Of course, a one-time group time winner as well. It's been a while between drinks for these big type of victories, but the horse is just starting to show some signs of being in career best form.
Yeah, won a size produce stakes a long time ago, Adam, and those form lines, though, if you're a lengths man, this horse is just unbeatable. Mickey Two Toes running a bottler behind Scales of Justice on the weekend. As you mentioned, the weight for age form lines, very, very hard to go past. The other one dropping in class here is Senso. That was a nice effort last start, despite being last, only beaten 4 lengths by My Magic Miss. She came out and ran very well again on the weekend, and you go back behind Push to Pass there, those 2 efforts in Key to Fame. So this horse is working towards a win. I think back to 1,650 metres suits, because he can get towards the front and roll, and he should be rock hard fit.
Yeah, well, I think that's the biggest positive, is dropping down to the 1,650. I understand them trying to stretch out to the distance, but I think 16 to 18 is ideal for Senso. They get to the 3 kilo claim here of 58 kilos. If there is a couple of showers around, this won't bother this horse either. I think he's definitely the one that could upset Prentice.
Come On Board was a nice effort in the WA Day Cup at Northam, and O'Reilly's Crumpet, Adam. This is a horse that we've both had a lot of time for. He's only won twice from his 19 starts, but I tell you what, there is a bit of ability there. Just usually shies away from the winning post.
Well, Come On Board won't know what to do with itself. Last 3 starts jumped from Barrier 11, and Barrier 10. Draws 1 here, so I'm expecting improvement just from the run that it's going to get. And O'Reilly's Crumpet, historically, its best run is second up. 3 attempts for a victory and 2 placings. So if it's going to play a part, it should be this race too. And he had a good first up performance behind Sharkmouth as well. But as you said, the form line smack you in the face, and I'm going to be hit by them with number 6 Prentice from 1 Senso, 4 Come On Board, and 5 O'Reilly's Crumpet.
Same for me here out of number 6 on top, Prentice from the 1 Senso, 4 Come On Board, and 5 O'Reilly's Crumpet.
Race number 6 here at Belmont Park. It's a Class 1 handicap over the 1,650 metres. And Mark, the replay horse that we're taking a look at, there's 2 to keep a very close eye on that are both in this race, and there wasn't a lot between them.
Yeah, there isn't indeed. And the 2 we speak of course, Midnight Sky and Fast as the Wind. Have a look at them running 3rd and 5th behind Fair Hildy.
Geraldton Mare, Fair Hildy, they've booted clear. Fair Hildy fashion forward, 2 or 3 lengths in front, grinding hard, Kim's Call, followed then by Esperanza. Down the outside then came Joyous Affair, Midnight Sky. Fair Hildy regained the lead. They're queuing up. It's like the charge of the Light Brigade. Fair Hildy grinding hard, Cheap Express, Fast as the Wind coming as well. They hit the line.
I thought this was a really good performance by both of these runners, and I would have watched this replay 50 times last night trying to find their edge for each one, because Midnight Sky for mine was working into the race a lot better, probably 250 metres out. You just thought it was going to go past and win the race. But I love the way that Fast as the Wind attacked the line in the last 50. I've ended up going Fast as the Wind just because that was its first up run. Now, it may have taken a bit out of it. It depends what way you want to look at it. But I think it's got more improvement than Midnight Sky, who has already had those 2 runs. But I think these 2 could go head-to-head 10 times. It'll be 5 each. There's not a lot between them.
Yeah, I heard you finding that edge, Adam. I found the edge with Midnight Sky, of course, closely related to Neverland, and drawn Barrier 2, whereas Fast as the Wind's drawn inside. She might find a little bit of bother from that inside passage, whereas if William Pike can stay 1 off the fence, he'll have a much more trouble-free run in transit, which is why I decided to go the other way. But as you mentioned, there's not much between them. Coming out of that same race was Harlem Moon. We're expecting about 2 to 5 millimetres of rain on Wednesday. If it comes quick enough and it comes thick and fast, Harlem Moon's one I'd be having a little each-way spec on. But of the rest, Adam, it's very hard to make a case for any winning chances. I know we've both got number 12 in our numbers as well, Rosie Reddress. The Paige Kennyard going very well at the moment. Can't see it beating the two we mentioned, Fast as a Winner, Midnight Sky, but could be running on strongly late.
Yeah, I think you need 20 mil for Harlem Moon to play a big part here. But as you said, I think the two really stand out. Rosie Redress is certainly a progressive type. She's going to be one to keep an eye on. Something big's maybe one if conditions are suiting the on-speed runners. It was 1,600 metres with a long talk, about a month and a half off, and just tired late around Prince Turbo. It can take improvement. But for mine, this is your Quinella of the day. I know you like to have a little look at those, and I'll be going with 10 Fast as a Win from 11 Midnight Sky, 12 Rosie Redress, and number 2 Middle Earth.
I'm going with the 11 in other order, Adam. Midnight Sky ahead of number 10 Fast as the Wind, 12 Rosie Redress, and number 6 Scandium.
Final race of the day here at Belmont Park. It is the Class 3 handicap over the 1,400 metres, and Mark, an absolute raffle for mine.
This is a very, very tough race to finish proceedings on, Adam. We'll have a look at Men of Muckenbudden winning a fortnight ago.
At the 400 mark, and the direct approach led the way. Here comes Men of Muckenbudden about to lay down the gauntlet. Inherit the Magic going up, and now King Louis winds up in double digit, getting a run through as well. At the 200, King Louis and now Men of Muckenbudden have come together double digit, getting home nicely along the inside. King Louis, Men of Muckenbudden responding from King Louis, and Men of Muckenbudden is going to win it.
Another good performance here by Men of Muckenbudden. It's been one that I think we've been waiting for a while, and now it's strung two together. My question mark is, it's only just been winning. So it's won a maiden, it's won a Class 1 52 plus. Can it go into a Class 3 56 plus and produce the same, going up, carrying still 58.5 kilos with only those narrow victories? William Pike on board makes me say yes, but I think there are much better form lines in this race.
Yeah, that was the big lead for me. This horse reminds me a lot of Hinchinbeel this time last year. Did the exact same thing. Maiden, Class 1, Class 3 at Belmont. I think this horse can do it as well, especially for the fact it puts itself in the race. I think these races can get very messy with horses well over the odds, 100 to 1 shots, 200 to 1 shots, settling in forward positions and taking a lot of other runners out of play. Men of Muckenbudden will be up on speed, which is what I like, and Pike in the saddle, Adam. Number 6, Fire Detonator. I thought it ran on really strongly in that replay we saw. Son of Kendall Star. I think it can improve again at 1,400 metres and will be fitter for that last start effort.
Well, we know that the Son of Kendall Stars are always a little bit loopy in the mind, and I think having a senior jockey on board is going to be the big difference here. Alan Kennedy won on this galloper back on the 19th of April. Randy Tan did nothing wrong, but I think this horse has just got a little focus issue, so Alan Kennedy might be the difference.
Black Frida as well. Blinkers go on this galloper. Gary Hitchcock trains a mare by Black Friars. Adam, back down to 1,400 metres is a concern for me.
I really like it. I think it's a massive positive here with the blinkers going on, and I think you only have to take a look at the form lines around Tucky's Lad and Push to Pass to know this galloper's a much better runner than a Class 3 handicap 56 plus. 13's a concern for mine, whether with the blinkers on they do just try and fire across to the lead knowing they can run it out strongly. That's going to be the intriguing part for mine, the tactics, but I do think the drop in class will suit.
On top for you?
Yeah, I'm going to go Black Frida, not a lot of confidence though. From number 8 Starkle, 9 Alora May and 11 Eyes Wide Open.
Number 3, the replay horse on top for me, Men of Muckenbudden from the 2 Checkers. Number 9 Alora May, she's got a bit of class, and number 6 Fire Detonator.
Time now to take a look at the best bets of the card, and I'm going to go with race 3, number 5, Regal Class, which is first up, and going with another first up running here in race 4, number 6, Badge of Courage.
I'm going with the Sydney side of race 1, number 2, Apollo, and race 3, number 5, Regal Class as well, Adam.
As we always do say, you can follow us on social media. You can see that on screen at the moment. We've got our YouTube channel as well, and perthracing.com.au for all of your event information. On behalf of both of us, hopefully found you plenty of winners.